What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day, Gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel for this episode of 2024 channel update slash goals slash Sega Genesis collection Purge. All that and more. Stay tuned. Before we get started, we're going to crack open a beverage. And this is Faygo's new flavor. It's Dreamin' orange cream soda. So I let the wife have a sip because from what I've heard, it's fantastic. So I told her she could have a little bit and not tell me what she thought. But everything I heard so far is amazing, and Faygo is delicious. All their flavors rock. So orange cream soda, imagine it's going to be my new favorite. Oh, oh, holy shit, is it good? It tastes like orange cream soda. If you didn't know, I like to carry Faygo flavors on the food truck. It's definitely going on the menu this season. Oh yeah, Faygo Dreamin' orange cream soda. It even says on the label. So, let's get into this. Oh shit, I didn't put any vodka in that. Nah, it's alright. It's alright. This year, so I just put out my 2023 games I beat. And that got me thinking, you know, like, looking ahead for the new year. Obviously, video games are a side thing. It's not reality. But, you know, I have a YouTube channel. I play a lot of video games. I got some kind of game plan going on. Well, I always say that I want to beat 50 games a year, and it never happens. And so what, right? I mean, yeah, I'd like to say I beat 50 games a year. I'd really like to be Captain Algebra and said I beat 100 games a year, but that's not going to happen. I mean, I have a lot of games. I already beat a lot of them. You know, so that's not going to happen. And especially since I've toned down my pickups because I'm staring at my Nintendo Entertainment System wall of awesome over there. Obviously, we're in front of the Genesis collection, so we're going to talk about that today. But, you know, I primarily just play NES. I've got a lot of Super Nintendo, a lot of Genesis, a lot of Master System, a lot of Game Boy Advance, shit like that. But I just always want to play Nintendo. So I do. And that definitely limits the games I can beat. But my goal for this year is I want to beat one game from every console I have. Because I just kind of gravitate to the Nintendo all the time and don't play much else. For instance, Sega Genesis. Last year, I beat 0 Sega Genesis games. 0. I didn't realize that till I did my video and added things up. But I was like, that sucks because Sega Genesis is fucking awesome. I only beat 1 Super Nintendo game, and that sucks because Super Nintendo is fucking awesome. So, you know, not throwing a number on how many games I want to beat, but I mean, I'd like it to be 50, but I want to beat 1 game from every console. And that includes 16 consoles. I jotted it down real quick here. You know, Atari. All Atari games aren't really beatable, so get into that. But Atari, NES, Sega Master System, Game Boy. I guess we're counting Game Boy Color as a separate console. I don't know. Sure, why not? Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Then the consoles that I like never play because we'll get to, but they're put away in the closet because there's no room for them. Xbox, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Wii, and then Switch. I've been really getting into Switch a lot lately. Arcade, got my arcade machine, the tabletop arcade that's got, you know, the Pandora with 1,200 games. That's a blast. And I don't know if this counts, but for TurboGrafx, I only have the TurboGrafx Mini. But I'm going to count it because I haven't played that since I got it. It's a few years ago. So, yeah. I'm going to count that. So if we're counting Game Boy Color and TurboGrafx, that's 16. That's doable, right? Next goal is the Rampage Talk posted something or talking about his video. He wants to beat 1 RPG a month. I want to beat 1 RPG a month. So I'm going to try and coincide that with my consoles and whatnot, but yeah, I want to do that. I mean, I'm not playing many new RPGs, so you're not looking at 100 hours, but I am playing Octopath Traveler 2, and I just rolled over 70 hours, and I'm finished chapters in half the characters, so, you know, that one's going to go down on there, but, so, you know, 1 game per console and 1 RPG a month. And I want to make it 1 RPG a month, you know, like January's Octopath Traveler, blah, 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 and I think I'm gonna map it out, write it down, just because then I'll have it written down. The other main thing that comes to mind when, you know, because I like watching people's, you know, channel updates and 2024 goal videos and all that. I've been watching them, but I want to just definitely, you know, it kind of sounds stupid, but I want the video game playing to be for fun. You know, a lot of times I'm playing shit for content, you know, like, oh yeah, I gotta play this for content, and, you know, like, yeah, I love making videos, I want to make content, but sometimes that just gets in the way, and I know people that make videos know exactly what I'm saying, and it's no surprise, but I really want to just really make video games for fun, and, you know, clean up the game room, because I got a bunch of I got a box that's going to be for my pickup, it's got my pickups in it for my pickup video, and then I had my pile of games for the games I beat in 2023, and the next game I'm playing pile, like, so I'm just going to streamline everything, beat less games. You know, last year I did good quality over quantity. My main thing that I stressed to myself was I'm going to quit rage quitting games right at the end, because then, you know, you got to spend the time to go back and play the game and get back to where you were. And as I said in my games I beat video recently, you know, there was 2 games in a row, Fight and Rage and Evo Land, where I rage quit at the end, and I literally was at the end. I was at the end guy, both games. So, like, yeah, like in 2023 I stopped doing that. It was just like, it was part of the reason why I didn't beat as many games, because I just, you know, like, spent too much time on one game, but I wasn't gonna give up. I'm fucking stubborn. So it's a good and a bad thing. Gotta get some more of this. I can't stress how good this is. You guys know Stewart's orange cream soda or orange creamsicle or whatever? Stewart's glass bottle. It's got a creamsicle on it. I used to drink that shit by the gallon, and it's delicious. And now they sell 4-pack. Well, they've always sold 4-packs, but the 4-packs are like little 10, maybe 12-ounce bottles. They're like $2 a piece or something more than that. This easily replaced that. Ah, yeah. So, you know, we're not being too serious here. You know, I mean, I know people have been asking about this. That's why I made this video, but I also wanted to put it down. It's like, holds me to it, because I made the video and I said I was going to do it, so I got to do it, but it should be about fun, obviously. And I like making videos. It's a lot of work. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, and sometimes it is a pain in the ass, but I like doing it. It's fun. You know, chatting in the comments is fun. Leads to things in the community, trades, or meeting up with people, and when you go to conventions, it makes them all the more fun, because you run into all these people you know or you've been chatting with or whatever. So I like making videos, so I'm obviously going to continue to do it. It's fun. I like doing it. Keeps me out of trouble. Another thing I want to do is I want to start streaming. I think I've been saying that for 5 years now. Like, I'm going to stream this year. I am. My wife last year, so it's been 12 months, she bought me a big ass awesome, it's a retractable green screen. It's badass. It's like probably the best one you can buy, and she was like, we should get rid of that. She said it today. I was like, no, we shouldn't. What we should do is stream. The reason you bought it for me. So that's another goal for the channel, and I know it's just like that hump of getting it set up. You know, Captain Algebra always says he'll help me, and you know, like I've tweaked with it, but I got lazy and stopped doing it. That's why I'm saying in this video, I can't not do it. Another thing I want to do is I want to start my video series of NES Quest. See, my quest for the complete NES collection, because I started tracking. I'm at 603 games now, I think, and I started tracking when I hit 500. I wrote down when I got the game, where I got it, because I want to do an NES Quest feature, like 5-10 games every episode, you know, mini reviews, talk about where I got them, maybe how much I got them for, what they cost now, shit like that. But it's a whole idea for a series I have that I've wanted to do for 2 years and didn't do it because I don't have a thumbnail. I want it to be a really good thumbnail, and I haven't played with Photoshop to learn how to make good thumbnails. I just use that TubeBuddy, which suffices. But anybody out there for hire on thumbnails? Huh? Yeah? That'd be pretty sweet. So, as I mentioned, kind of the basis of this video, other than the channel update, my kids yelling in the background, the Sega Genesis Collection Purge. It's time to purge this for a few reasons. One, because hey, Angry Baby's running around with Mario. It's pretty funny. I'll get some footage of that. They'll probably be in here in a minute anyhow. But you know, as you can see, I don't know, I forgot to count, whatever. It's probably 100 games here, so you got 4 shelves. I want to purge it. I mean, I played some Genesis last year, but I beat 0 games. So a lot of these games can go. Valis, for instance. You know, that's a pricey game that I didn't like it. I've got it like mint in box, cover protector on it and everything. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna trade that or eBay it or something and make use of that for at least shelf space, right? But so what I want to do is get rid of that many games, and the Super Nintendo games are going to go up here. There's also going to be a Super Nintendo purge of around, I think I'm looking at it now, around 20 games, because that will make them all fit there. So then I'll have my Super Nintendo, I'll have my Genesis, and then where the Super Nintendo games are now, I'm going to take out of the closet my Xbox, PlayStation 2, and Wii games. And I'm going to put them there. Wii, not as important, but that's in the box that they're in the closet, and they're going to be there. And then I'm going to stop saying, I got to bust out the Xbox, and I forgot I had that game, and because they're going to be right there on the shelf with all the NES games until I complete my collection, because the shelf, I bet, fits exactly one complete Nintendo Entertainment System collection. I'm looking at it now, it looks real good from this side of the room. So, yeah, that's about it. Did I say how good this Faygo Dreamin' is yet? I'll let you know how it tastes with vodka. It tastes good. So, that about does it. The last thing I want to add, this shirt right here, it's the last ride for this guy. Shirt's seen a lot of games and been to a lot of conventions, and it's been with me for a while now, but it's time. I got this made like 2 days before I went to my very first convention, MGC. Forget what year. At least 5 years ago. At least 5 years ago. Probably 7. Love this shirt. I mean, I had a bunch of them, but, you know, the rest of them all bit the dust. This one, it's its last day. It's nice and faded. It's got some holes. It's like, you know what? We're wearing that one last time in 2024. So, you're good to me, shirt. Thanks. I've rambled on enough. Thanks for tuning into this video, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Let me know if you're looking for any specific Genesis games that you may see on the wall back here. We'll work out a trade. Until then, keep it retro!